What would it mean to love ourselves unconditionally? To love ourselves without rules, without boundaries, without anything we needed to do, think, say, or be first in order to feel and receive our own love. What would that look like? What would that feel like? To be honest, I don't know. Not fully. Not yet. It's a journey I've been on for many years now, and I do feel as if I am gaining a grasp on this feeling, a grasp on this boundless love. And every day that goes by, the more that I practice, the more that I share, the more that I grow, the more I'm able to experience this love. And today I want to share that with you, because I want you to feel this love too, if you don't already. I want you to wake up and know that there is nothing that can stop you. There is nothing that can prevent you from loving yourself. No matter what you do, think, say, be, create, receive, it doesn't matter what you do, who you are worthy of love. I want you to know that. Just as much as I want myself to know that. I also want you to know deep down in your heart that it does not matter what anyone else on this planet thinks or says or does. It just doesn't even make a dent on how much love you are worthy of. The love you deserve is only dependent on, it doesn't depend on anything. You just have to be alive and breathing, and you are worthy of love. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The practices I have brought into my life, the habits, the thoughts, the actions that I've taken over the years and that I'm currently taking right now to add so much more love into my life and to evoke love more, to encourage it. Most of the time, because I am still human and I am still learning, most of the time I fill my days with as much value, as much love, as much productivity and efficiency as I possibly can, because I know those are the things that make me feel most loved by this gal right here. So today we're going to talk about some of those things that I do. They may not work for you, and that is okay. But if even just one of the things that I have incorporated into my life to make myself love me even more, if even one of those things is able to help you and to bring out more of that love for yourself, then I am happy. Then my job is done. So keep on watching for the practices and habits and thoughts and actions that I have incorporated into my life to help me love myself unconditionally. Number 1, kindly assess yourself. We often criticize our actions negatively. We judge ourselves for the things we do, think, or say. But instead, why not actively learn from your mistakes? Assess situations, assess your thoughts, your actions, and then maybe choose a different route next time, or a different way of doing or thinking or saying something. The more you practice this after an event has happened, the better you get at assessing yourself while something is happening, and then maybe even before something happens. I have done this for years in a lot of different ways. I used to feel as if I was judgmental. I would have judgmental thoughts about people. So I trained myself to cut that shit out. I practice loving thoughts. Every single time a judgmental thought would come into my mind, I would just kindly take it back and replace it with something loving. And the more I did this, the more natural it became. It was just second nature to love instead of judge. And I've done this in a lot of other areas. It really helps to just assess kindly, not criticize, not judge, just be aware of, look at, consider. And then next time when you encounter a similar situation or thought or something you would usually say, it becomes easier to then reassess yourself in the moment or before something even happens, and choose something that maybe aligns better with you and makes you feel a bit more love. Number 2, surround yourself with love. Surround yourself with loving people. These people may be your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, strangers on the street. Or it can be people online, people on YouTube and Instagram or Twitter, anyone who inspires you, motivates you, lights you up inside and makes you feel loved and worthy of love. Ultimately, we are the ones who give ourselves that love and allow ourselves to receive it. But it can be really nice to have those people around you that encourage that love and help you on days when you're not quite feeling it. And surround yourself with physical reminders of love. Put sticky notes above your desk or on your mirror or anywhere that you look regularly, and make it something that just is a quick little reminder, something that triggers your brain and makes you go, ah, now is an opportunity to love myself. I used to put a lot of sticky notes on my mirror so that every time I looked in the mirror I would smile at myself or think a loving thought, and I really love having those physical reminders around my home, just those little bits of encouragement and motivation. Create a space around you that promotes love, promotes lightness and positivity, a place that you feel most comfortable and most loved. Number 3, do self-loving things. Consistent action creates healthy, loving and supportive habits. I like to do things that make me feel love. It can be hard when you're focusing so much on the thoughts and the emotions of it all, and you can get lost up in here, but it's a good thing, it's a good idea to bring yourself back down to earth, bring yourself back to this body love, this physical, intrinsic, beautiful love by doing things that make you feel loved. One thing you can do is create a morning routine that makes you feel energized and productive and prepared for the day. I have a video coming soon on my morning routine, stay tuned. And a night routine that calms, centers and grounds you. Also a video coming at some point about this. Use this time to reflect on your day, what you're grateful for, what you can improve, what you want more or less of in your life. Do things that excite you and fuel your passions. For me, this is Instagram and YouTube and creating videos, listening to inspiring podcasts and audiobooks, going for walks in nature, yoga and learning Italian. Discovering such a broad range of things that I can do that make me feel loved and light and inspired, it gives me the freedom to choose what is best for me in each moment, rather than forcing myself to do something because I think I should do it. Number 4, use affirmations. Although I no longer do the traditional affirmation method where you stand in front of a mirror and you say what you love about yourself and say I love you, I love you, I love you, although I really love that. Those actions are actually what kickstarted a lot of my self-love journey. Just having that one-on-one with myself in the mirror really hit me hard in a good way. But now I've incorporated affirmations into my life in a different way. Instead, I now use affirmations in my daily journaling practice. So I choose or create 1 to 3 affirmations that align with the theme of the day, something that I can think about through my day and act as sort of a guide to set the standard for a good love-filled day. I also use internal, spontaneous, loving affirmations in my brain or just quietly to myself. Just things that I know I need to hear throughout the day when I'm feeling extra critical of myself or dealing with something a bit more difficult and I feel myself kind of going into the realms of self-hatred. I use this internal dialogue and these kind words for myself to just guide myself gently back in a loving direction. Number 5, give love. One of the best ways we can learn to love ourselves is by giving love to others. Do kind things without wanting anything in return. Give compliments and hugs and smiles just because you can. And selfishly enough, the more that you practice this, the more love you give to others, the more you love others unconditionally, the more you unconditionally love yourself. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you gained something from that. 5 things I do right now in my life, in my everyday life, consistency is key, to learn to love myself even more. Unconditionally, without rules, without boundaries, without regulations, without needing to do or be or say anything first. Just love. And even though all of the things that I've talked about are things that you do think or say or feel, they are just ways to encourage love, to inspire it to come out. The things that I do aren't where that love comes from. They just help me feel it a little stronger or a little easier at times when I'm finding it difficult. If there's someone that you in your life that you think may need a little reminder like this, share this with them and let me know down below what you think. What are some ways that you add even more love to your life? How do you learn to love yourself even more? Thank you again for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video.